the pandemic hits, I was basically meeting people every day, rehearsing in the morning, in the afternoon. Life was meeting and jamming and playing together.
I had lots of gigs, not massively regular, but enough to get me by.
When the pandemic hit, I was already established as a professional musician in Brazil, and I was touring with major Brazilian acts and also recording with them.
Wow, after the pandemic hits, everything changes, right? For everyone.
Concerts got cancelled, tours got postponed. I was facing like an 80% loss of income.
I stopped working, and my wife, that is a teacher, continued to teach online. So she was putting the food on the table. I had a lot of time with my son, but at the same time, I was like, wow.
During the pandemic, 1 in 3 jobs in the music industry were lost. And at the same time, millions of music creators all over the world are still committed to making music their primary source of income.
Well, I really appreciate that, man. You sound fantastic, and I'm really delighted to hook up with you and to work with you. So yeah, let's do lots more.
Paying a salary to musicians is transformative for the industry, but also life-changing for the musicians themselves. It also happens to allow us to create a subscription service that is 5 times cheaper than the alternative platforms that exist today.
Soon after the pandemic hit, I got into action job-wise because obviously I couldn't go anywhere, but I had the facilities to do sessions at home. So I looked at all the websites that would take singers on and created lots of profiles. A friend of mine was already on Musiversal and he recommended that I try out for it.
I was in that moment, that crazy moment, like with no jobs, no gigs, and what I'm going to do with my life.
Wait a minute, is this for real? You're paying musicians a salary for recording remotely?
My first thoughts was like, oh man, this exists. This is my dream job.
Since starting Musiversal Studio just over a year ago, we have already paid over $500,000 to musicians all around the world. We have now created over 40 high-paying, stable jobs for musicians in over 10 different countries.
Having a stable job as a musician is gold dust. It's really handy, and yeah, it's a luxury, to be honest.
The feeling of having a stable job with music, it's so great, man. It's a dream come true.
With Musiversal, musicians can stop worrying about where their next check is going to come from. They can focus on doing what they do best, whilst mastering their craft, pursuing their passion, and enjoying a high quality of life.
I think Musiversal made a huge impact on the music business because they get the job done faster with good musicians, great quality, a music producer, songwriter at home can record your songs anytime with anyone in the world with good prices. So why not?
Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, dude! Amazing!
I know I risk sounding pretentious here, but I think Musiversal is presenting the whole music business a new model, actually raising the bar on remote recording. Musiversal is pointing a direction for other companies to follow.
Our team is working tirelessly to create a global ecosystem of session artists and to provide thousands of jobs for musicians in the years to come.
We're now raising through crowdfunding, which will provide jobs for more musicians and allow us to reach thousands more music creators around the world.
I think Musiversal, through this crowdfunding, should get support from other companies in the music business, because it's pointing towards the future in terms of how music is produced nowadays.
I think the industry should get behind Musiversal because Musiversal is doing a really good job creating jobs for musicians because no one else is doing this.
I think Musiversal is the future of live stream recordings. It's a company that helps musicians all over the world. You'll be helping everyone. Musicians that play, that recorded, the songwriters that want to put the dream out of their heads, and the non-musicians that want new music because music is life.